Well, who is Brett right now? Now, this is an interesting question when you're talking to somebody named R. Bretminster Fullofit. So, right now, Brett is actually R. Bretminster Fullofit. So, what is that about? Well, first of all, it's an homage to the American visionary named Buckminster Fuller. So, I like to play with words. I like comedy. I like media, I like storytelling and all that kind of stuff. So because of all that, I like to come up with fake and funny names that make me laugh. Or I took Buckminster Fuller and made it Bretman. Generally, most of my friends agreed it was a little stroke of genius as far as my personality because I'm totally full of it, and you can take that in about 10 different ways. So Brett, Brett feels like actually an old role that has been outgrown to some degree. So right now, Brett is expanding into into a deeper sense of myself, of my infinite, eternal self. And at the moment, the little I that comes out of that, I like to call Bretminster Fullofit. Just to have the experience of what it's like to kind of be in a play or be in a movie or be having a good time playing this other character. So right now, Brett is actually Bretminster Fullofit, the ringmaster of the Togetherland project. And Togetherland project is really ultimately about how we can bring conscious evolution and non-duality to mass consciousness. What kind of vehicles would we need in order to do that? What would be fun, educational, provocative, and also invitational rather than dictatorial or oppressive? So decided I want to turn planet Earth into a decentralized, synergistic, unified, basically film set where we have all of these props, locations, actors, and crew members who all basically create a living story. So we go from storytelling to story living, and that's going to involve all different technologies and all different ideas. So that's what I'm up to, and I'm also part of a group that's been working on a whole systems platform for co-creation with something called the Synergy Engine and a planetary scale fractal holographic infrastructure. Because obviously, if all of the movie sets and crew and audience are going to work together to create a living, emergent production, immersive in real time, that uses VR and XR and infinite reality and natural reality, we're going to need a nervous system. We're going to kind of need a body so we can all talk to each other since we're one unified sort of living superorganism in this movie that we're all making, some of us here. So I'm combining all those things and making it into fractal impact entertainment because I want to tell stories and share stories and be on adventures and sets, and I want to train like on Rocky or Neo, and then I want to learn this thing because I need to learn it for this role, and then I have all I need to do this, and I get nice food, and everyone wins all the time because it's a good movie that we're all in. So that's what I'm doing, and that's my unique gift, really, that I'm bringing to the world. Um, that because of my journey, I'm able to say yes to this. There is no stopping a version of what I'm talking about works for all beings. I That's my actually unique gift, to be honest, Aliki, in some senses, is that it's like utopia or bust. Like, and I stand for that and I live it and I have experiences of it. So for me, it's not a projection or a pie in the sky. It's just the process of learning how to be a better magician. That's it, period. End of story. Magician with a K. And a magician helps basically conform their reality to their intentions, but you don't do it aligned with kind of nature's rhythms and the evolutionary impulse. So it's always flow rather than resistance. So that's actually my unique gift, to be honest. I mean, I could go down a whole list, but that's kind of, and I've never really named it like that. So thank you for asking. I think it's quite a little nice thing for me to look back on this and think how I would talk about this even more. It's the first time I've said anything like it actually on video, so it's kind of fresh. Right. So that I would most benefit from in thriving would be on a high level opportunities. I'm looking for opportunities to bring all of the wisdom and experience I've gained in my research, design, and development the last 10 years in new paradigm thinking, organizations, to conscious evolution, to social architecture, all these different things. I feel like I can really be an amazing like mentor, coach, consultant, advisor. I don't know what the word is, like just contribute entrepreneur or any game B player or whatever in those realms. I'd really love to be able to make a difference in even one idea or one place where they're blocked because they're not thinking outside the box enough or they're stuck in their own dogma. I'm kind of good at all those kind of things because of my and treading my own path. So opportunities to give my gifts in really pointed ways rather than months at a time or building a whole website or business out of it. More like word of mouth and then just kind of get but it's I would like to expand on that. Opportunity also to get paid to do that so I can self fund Togetherland and all of our projects rather than always thinking only about funding or mechanisms or tokens. I would, although I'm going to do that as well, I would like to also get paid when it's most aligned and it works for everyone because that's only help. That's some way that other people can help me. I'm overflowing with creativity. Like I'm overflowing with positivity. I'm overflowing with a lot of lessons. And my financial status doesn't exactly match that. Although I'm not, that's it's a interesting question because the world is so there's a lot of distortion around it. So in many ways, I've said no to some things, and I don't want, So it's a little bit nuanced, but ultimately the fact is I'm incomplete on the 3D or the practical level. At some point, when the universe is ready, or I'm ready, or both, whatever, I'll need more resources to build something like we're talking about. So I'm happy to stay in the flow, but those are opportunities to connect with people who can provide skills and resources is what I need most. I feel like I'll do the rest. I don't need deals. I just need to meet more people who have those unique gifts, really, which is what I like about what we're all doing, by the way. Like, we should act as a family as much as we can. There's no need for every one of us to make $1 billion business. If one of us can crack that and help support, that's what Buckminster Fuller said. Like, in this day and age, we don't need to earn a living anymore. We're in a space where one person can create an innovation that can really kind of change everyone's lives, whether it's creating food, so much money that they can freely be philanthropic. We have that ability as a group. So I want to see us move more towards that as a distributed collective where not everyone is assigned with becoming a billionaire by their own bootstraps, which was how to be a billionaire. So I think some of us can play that role and help each other, maybe create one or two billionaires that we all work together. So that's my biggest dream that I see happening.